We are leaving Mount Rainier area today and headed further west. We have a stop first in Ridgefield for a concert, and then we are going to Olympic. But for now, we are continuing our travels. We have been off-grid for a few days, so first order of business is to find fresh water and a place to dump our tanks, and then we will find our home for tonight. We found a rest area with a dump station. But this rest area has all of the trailer parking blocked off for some reason. So the only place we can park is at the dump station. So I guess we're gonna sit there for a few minutes to eat our lunch and get our stuff taken care of. Thankfully there are 2 lanes, so if somebody else comes and needs it, they can still dump. But weird that they directed us over here for vehicles with trailers and then all the trailer parking is blocked off. I'm assuming the trailer spots are blocked off because they don't want people camping here overnight. There's lots of signs about limiting stays that you can be parked in the parking lot, but that's really a hindrance and a pain for people like us just trying to stop through to actually rest at the rest area, use the bathroom, and there's nowhere to park because it's blocked off. There is someone else coming in, but they have another lane for the dump station. This fill station is a pain like the last one where it will only run for 40 seconds of water and then you have to press the button again. A scenic dump station lunch. We made it to our home for tonight, which is a casino in Ridgefield, Washington, just north of Portland. Quite a few other rigs here, but this is a huge parking lot, so can still spread out. We generally like casino parking lots as a boondocking option because they are usually large like this, flat. Some of them let you stay for up to 3 or 4 days, and there's also security that comes through, so it feels safer to us than a Walmart or another type of parking lot. Often they also give us free perks. We've been several casinos where they've given us free playing cards that we can go in and spend, you know, $20 on the house, which is fun. It's definitely hotter here than it was in the mountains, so we need to get some windows open quickly to get some airflow. It's time to touch up the caulk on some of the seams where we fixed the back of our camper. Tonight is about to be what my childhood dreams were made of. After recovering from a late night out at the concert, we are back on the road to explore more of Washington.
You know what time it is? It's time for our weekly Walmart visit.
This might be one of our new favorite campsites. I mean, look at this view. And it's only $5 a night. After spending a beautiful week in the mountains of Washington, we have arrived in the Olympic Peninsula to spend another week here and enjoy the national park, the coast, and lots of beautiful sights. It's a nice wet day today. It's a soggy picnic lunch, but at least we have a nice view at Ruby Beach. Ruby Beach is one of the more popular of the beaches in the national park, and it is beautiful. A long stretch of coastline with lots of sea stacks and rocks and lots of driftwood and just cool things to look at. It is also a good sunset spot. I don't think we're gonna have much of a sunset tonight, unfortunately, but last time I was here, I saw a really pretty one. Our family back in South Carolina is actually at their annual beach week this week down on the coast in South Carolina. So we're at the beach too, it just looks a little bit different. That is definitely one negative of full-time RV life. We miss out on a lot of stuff like that, but we get to have a lot of really cool experiences out on the road. Rialto Beach is one of the other most popular beaches in the Olympic National Park area. Unfortunately, is closed during our visit right now. It's inaccessible because of road construction, which is definitely a bummer because that's where the famous hole in the wall is that you can see at low tide, but we will just have to come back. There is a lot of road construction going on in this area. We got stuck in, I think, 3 delays on the way to our campsite yesterday. So if you're going to be driving US 101 in the Olympic area anytime soon, just be prepared. One of the most popular attractions on this side of Olympic National Park is the Hoh Rain Forest, but we have heard that there can be really long delays if you go during peak hours in the middle of the day. So since it has finally stopped raining, we are heading into this area after dinner. It's about 6:45, and we are hoping that we can get in and see what we want to see without having to wait or have too many people. We did make it into the park very easily, and there's plenty of parking, so if you're not an early riser, going later in the evening is definitely the way to go so you don't have to wait. Of course, that does mean that the visitor center is closed in the evening, but the entrance station was still open, so we were able to get a map and newspaper there. But we will gladly take that trade-off for fewer people and a shorter wait time.
They have this sign in the bathroom here at Olympic National Park. What in the world is that?
We are doing the Hall of Mosses Trail, which is one of the most iconic in the park and goes through the rainforest and the moss and just greenery everywhere.
It's crazy how huge some of these trees are in Olympic as well. Like, I bet some of these are 5 feet around in circumference, which is insane. Feels like we're in sequoia or redwoods with how big some of these trees are. If you really look at this sign, it says, "Please don't be a hoe and stay on the trail." H-O-H. Wow, this area is really furnished well. But y'all might not think I'm very ferny, so I don't know.
Carson was trying to think hard about his next dad joke, but he didn't come up with anything. I lost Carson. Don't know where he might be. Maybe over there. Going in the evening was definitely the way to go. There were hardly anybody on the trails, ample parking, and it felt extra dreamy and magical on the trail being a little darker. Unfortunately, today is our last day in our Riverside campsite because we do have to get back to Bend in a few days to pick up our truck. Hopefully everything will be fixed and taken care of, but we are still trying to enjoy as much of the Olympic Peninsula as we can before that time. Harper, it's time to get packed up. So sad to be leaving this site. It was beautiful. Wish we could have stayed and just relaxed longer by the river. First stop is the hardware store because our RV door is missing a screw that's keeping it from closing properly. Have what we need?
Yeah. I don't have propane here though, so I'll have to go get that somewhere else. It's at Decker's has it, wherever that is.
Now to get our propane refilled.
They're both almost full, so I don't understand that.
Huh, then why did they stop working on us? After our errands, we are now heading up to the northwesternmost point of the contiguous U.S. You do have to buy a recreational pass from the Maca Museum because the trail is on reservation land. There is supposed to be RV parking and a large enough RV turnaround at the trailhead, so we are hoping that is true since we are doing this en route with the camper behind us. So we will see. There is a turnaround at the end of the lot, so hopefully it's wide enough. The dedicated RV spots are for rigs shorter than ours, but there are quite a few large gravel parking areas too that work. These views are just beautiful and look so different than the ocean we saw at Ruby Beach the other day. I know it's sunny today, but still the water is much different color. It's just so lush and vibrant. It is about 3/4 of a mile down to the tip of Cape Flattery, but it is downhill, so note that means you're uphill on the way back, but it's not bad. It's a pretty gradual incline. Just pay attention to some slippery and muddy parts. We made it to outside Port Angeles area and a nice casino parking lot to call home. There were a handful of other boondocking options in the area, but sometimes it's hard to tell how big they actually are, and you also never know if it's going to be occupied. So since we are only in the area for a short time, we wanted something as quick and as easy as possible, and this fit the bill. We enjoyed a nice evening out in downtown Port Angeles, got some dinner, and walked around the cute downtown. Going to check out the casino. Just slot machines, which we have no interest in. Not that we don't actually gamble at all, but it's always interesting to see what they have inside and what kind of clientele they have playing the games too. This morning we are back in downtown Port Angeles exploring some shops and the farmers market. A hazard of carrying our kayaks with us. When it rains, they get full of water. This afternoon, we are headed to the town of Sequim, which is just east of Port Angeles, for the annual Lavender Festival. This region of Washington is actually the largest lavender growing region in North America and one of the largest in the world, comparable to Provence, France. So this is peak lavender bloom, and there is a massive festival going on this weekend, so we're excited to check it out. The Lavender Festival is made up of a lot of different family-owned farms throughout the region. There is a centralized festival area with vendors and music and stuff that we're going to go to later. But we're starting out at some of the beautiful farms, and this is just gorgeous. Our first stop is Olympic Bluffs, which is also a hard cidery. We are at farm number 2, B&B Family Lavender Farm, and these bushels of lavender are massive, super fluffy and full, just beautiful. For only $8, you can cut your own lavender stems, so that's what we're going to do now. Next stop is Rain Shadow Lavender Farm that has this gorgeous lavender circle and also a fraction of the crowds of some of the bigger farms. You can see the mountains in the background behind the lavender fields. It's just magical. Now we are at the main Lavender Festival that has over 200 different vendors, lots of live music and food vendors too. Last farm stop of the day is Victor's Lavender Farm for some live music. There are over 20 lavender farms in the area that participate in the Lavender Trail and Festival. Fortunately, can't visit all of them, but I think we got a good sampling. It's just gorgeous out here. Friday and Saturday nights at the festival, they have free barn dances in the lavender drying barn. This morning we are in Olympic National Park in the Hurricane Ridge area, and we are doing the Hurricane Hill hike. This is a really pretty trail, but it is called Hurricane Hill for a reason.
We made it up to the top, and wow, there's some beautiful 360-degree views, so it's awesome up here.
Definitely worth the hill climbing. We only had 1 or 2 cars in front of us when we came in this morning, but now pulling out of the park, it's about 1:15 and their line is way backed up. Now it's time to get the camper packed up to hit the road again. Just a short trip to Olympic this time, but we will be back in a few weeks to explore more. We are up this morning to hike the Trail of 10 Falls in Silver Falls State Park. It's about 7.7 miles, but it takes you to 10 waterfalls, several of which you can walk behind, so hopefully the mileage is worth it and it's really pretty. We are doing the trail clockwise, and I am thankful for that right now as we are going down a bunch of steps, hoping that when it comes time to go back up on the other side, it's not as many. This is supposed to be the easier route, so we will see. It's feeling like we never left Olympic with all this moss.
Some of the trails here in the park are pet friendly, but the main trail throughout is not, unfortunately.
We made it back to the parking lot at about 12:15, and it is definitely way more packed than when we started. We finished in about 3.5 hours. We had 3 different mileage recording devices going, and each one had a different mileage total at the end, but expect to actually hike anywhere between 8.5 and 9.5 miles. We finished up the hike, and now to head back to the camper, get some lunch, and get cleaned up to continue making our way towards Bend. Our boondocking spot for while we were at the state park is not exactly ideal because it is basically just a roadside pullout, but there were very limited options in this area. We also arrived pretty late in the evening since we had a long drive from Olympic, so by the time we got here, any campground options were already closed. We got cleaned up after our hike, now to pack up and get back on the road. Thankfully, should be pretty quick and easy because we didn't unpack much when we got here. We got rested up and cleaned up after our hike and wanted to share a little bit more information about it. So like I said, we went clockwise, which was what was recommended most on all trails. It started with a fairly steep descent, and then we had some moderate ascents throughout the way. Also, one of the bigger things to keep in mind is that if you go clockwise, you start at South Falls, which is the very, very busy area, and lots of day use people that are not doing the full trail. They are just going to look at those falls and move on. So hitting that earlier in the morning was a big plus for us. So now the big question, it was between 8.5 and 9.5 miles, and was it worth it? Carson, what do you think?
I think it was worth it, but not all the waterfalls were fully gushing. The winter falls at the end was not fully full, I guess, with water going down like you would hope for like the others, but overall it was a good hike.
All in all, pretty hike. We'll probably be feeling it tomorrow, but glad we did it. Now to make our way back to Bend to pick up our truck that has been in the shop for about 3 weeks. Hopefully everything is fixed because we are tired of driving and paying for this rental truck. Made it to Bend and stopped at a gas station to dump our waste and fill our water tanks on the way to where we'll be camping. We made it to a snow park near Mount Bachelor, which will be our boondocking home for the next almost a week while we're in Bend. We are heading out today to run some errands before we return the rental truck tomorrow morning. We're hoping our truck will be ready tomorrow, but we're not sure. So making use of the vehicle while we have it, going to the grocery store and Costco and some other places. We're going to take the generator to hopefully get fixed at a small engine repair place and a few other things. Apparently, because our generator is a Champion brand, if it needs parts, he won't be able to order them. Apparently, you just can't get parts for Champion. I don't know. But he's going to look at it, try to service it, and see if there's something that he can do to fix it. And if not, then we'll just have to get a new one, I guess. I don't know. Well, another kink is that they are 2 to 3 weeks backed up, and we are only in Bend through the weekend. So guess we're not getting it looked at. The generator has not been working for a little while. We noticed it when we were in Leavenworth, Washington, and we were trying to run the air conditioning and we couldn't get it to start. We thought it was maybe the spark plug. Carson replaced that, needed some starter fluid, some other things, and wouldn't crank, and then the pull cord broke too, so we couldn't even try it anymore.
So unfortunately here at the repair shop, the estimated time out is at least 2 to 3 weeks, and we could pay more to get the generator in quicker, but on top of that it was going to be like $105 labor rate plus parts if we needed any of that. So the generator as a whole was only like $500 brand new, and it's about a couple years old now, so we're not really trying to dump a bunch of money at this point into them trying to do an expiration, and then they said it's really hard for them to get the parts for the Champion generator, so it'd be a lost cause if they do find something that they can't buy anyway.
No, not worth it. We did get a new pull cord though, so maybe Carson can replace that and keep tinkering with it to figure out something. Next stop is a car wash before we return the rental. Enterprise gave us a little token for a free car wash that we could have used when we got the car, but we thought probably would make more sense to use it after we got it dirty driving all over. Next stop is Best Buy for a new phone screen protector. In case you didn't know, these screen protectors have a lifetime replacement policy, so we've replaced this screen protector probably 5 times already for free, completely. Once you buy the first one for the lifetime of your phone, you can just take it back and exchange it for a brand new one completely for free. They'll even install it for you if you want. Next stop is Costco. Now to clean all of our stuff out of the truck to get it ready to return tomorrow. Now the camper is going to be complete chaos until we can put it back in our truck. Putting the new pull cord on to at least fix one of our generator issues. Wants to.
Flip it to gas side.
Got the generator running, but it's still being iffy, so we think we just need to let it run for a while, and hopefully it'll work out whatever it's upset about. So we figure we might as well run the AC in the meantime. It's not that hot today, but hot enough to be a little bit uncomfortable, so the AC will be nice. The hot water heater was throwing a code the other day. We thought we were out of propane, and so we went to fill it up, but we still had propane. It was just, there was something inside that it wasn't liking. Carson fixed it, but now it's pretty loud when it runs.
It runs somewhere back there, and that's what they said gets the stuff in it and messes up and puts the code up. So I don't know if that it is a problem. It's just loud right here when it's blowing out.
Yeah, I mean it's working, but yeah, it's loud. So we're trying to figure out if there's something else that we need to tweak in here. A beautiful sunset tonight.
Made it to Enterprise Truck Rental this morning to return the GMC, and everything worked out well with it, so glad we got that and we're able to use it, and we had unlimited miles and we definitely put them on that. It's a beautiful morning and it's only about 1.5 miles to the dealership, so instead of waiting on them to get me an Uber to it, I figured I would just stroll on over and walk. So I'm enjoying this nice morning. It's not too hot yet, and I'll be at the dealership soon. I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but you'll get told one thing by a service advisor, and I swear they're some of the most untrustworthy people, like car dealership people and lawyers. Like, what are we doing?
tell me it's gonna be ready and then it's not ready, so we'll see.
So they had to replace the wiring harness and the crankcase sensor on our truck. That was what the problem is. And all of that with labor and parts came out to right at $4,600. So unfortunate that we had to pay that much, but hopefully we'll be in the clear from now on. We'll see.
Now we are checking out the new base camp bend that just opened last weekend. It started pouring on us, which is great for the fires, but not so great because the windows in the camper are open, so we are heading back to make sure everything's okay. She is back in business. We figured before we leave Bend, we should take the truck for a test drive with the camper to make sure that it tows okay in case we do have to take it back to the dealership. So we went down the mountain and now we are heading back up. So we're about to have the moment of truth to see how it does going uphill. So far, so good. The truck did fine, thankfully, so hopefully we are in the clear. And while we were out, we passed another snow park that was a little bit more private, so we moved sites also.
Tonight we are going to be exploring the Balloons Over Bend Festival, and we're excited to get out and see these awesome balloons as it gets dark, and they have a glow festival as well, so that'll be cool to see. Jumpy on everybody.
This morning we are up early to watch the hot air balloon launches. They launch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings just after sunrise, and it is such a cool sight to see.
We have one left that hasn't launched. All the rest of them are in the air.
We are heading out on the river to go listen to the Goo Goo Dolls concert, and it's a nice sunny day. There's tons of people out. Looking forward to it. Well, we get a free concert, but we have an expensive casualty. Carson flipped his kayak and lost his phone at the bottom of the river. Another homie just fell in. We are packing up this morning to finally leave Bend, Oregon. Hopefully this trip will be a lot less eventful and go a lot more smoothly than last time, and we will make it to our next destination.
Well, it is unfortunately time for us to leave Bend. We have enjoyed this area and being able to go and hang out on the river and do things like that. But with all this wildfire smoke and the areas around Bend and Sisters and north of Bend, it's probably good that we get out of the area, because we've had several days where the air quality index has been over 150, which is not ideal. So we're packing up and moving along, and we're heading to Portland to pick up my mother-in-law for a few weeks of traveling around Oregon and Washington. So stay tuned for what will be next.